Nowadays, I feel like no one really has a personality. For example, if you ask a girl what she likes to do for fun, the response is gonna be the most basic thing ever. Oh, I like to go out and buy stuff. Or, oh, I like to watch drama movies and TV shows. And the same thing goes for guys. The response is similar or the same. They're just gonna respond by saying that they like to play video games and they like touching themselves at night. But here's the thing. Personality is what sets you apart from literally everyone else in this planet. And nowadays, there is a big epidemic of faceless people, aka people without personalities. In fact, this has a name, and the name for it is the NPC epidemic. For those of you that don't know what an NPC is, well, an NPC stands for non-playable character. It comes mainly from video games. It's basically any other non-playable character apart from the main one. You can also describe an NPC like a random actor from a movie in the background, basically the same thing. And the NPC epidemic comes from one place, and that is social media. Nowadays, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. You are simply addicted to social media no matter what. And trying to tell yourself that you're not addicted to it is delusional. Just be realistic. You don't have to lie to me, know yourself. It's useless. It's just a waste of time. To put things into perspective, the average person spends 7 hours of the day on the internet and around 8 hours at work. And this leaves you with a few hours left in the day to spare. And we usually use those hours to eat, sleep, pee and poop. You know, basic human functions. And now that I have given you this information, you will just start to either blame yourself for spending all those hours on the internet, or you will just blame your job for using way too much of your time. But no, in my honest opinion, you shouldn't blame your job nor yourself. Not technically. In fact, you should be placing that blame on 3 things. And those 3 things are society, the internet, and yourself. The first one is society. Well, to be honest, I personally blame society because we have to work at least 8 to 10 hours a day. For no reason too, because in the end of the month, you literally have no money left to, spend it on yourself or to do something fun with it. In fact, you have to spend your money in things that will never be yours. For example, if you buy a house or you're paying for a car or things like that. And even if you finish buying your house or your car 15 to 30 years from now, it just can be taken away from you if you don't pay a hospital bill, or if you have bank debt or any other sort of debt, really. Because in the end of the day, everything you own, every possession you have can just be used as collateral for things. For example, myself, I have debt because I haven't paid my mortgage in a few months due to complicated financial reasons that I will not get into in this video. Well, to keep this story short, the bank called me and told me that if I didn't pay what I owe, they will just take my car because it was on my name, meaning that they will just use it for collateral. What I'm trying to tell you is that nowadays in this society, you have to make a lot of decisions without making any mistakes, which is impossible. And that leaves people like you and me overworking ourselves and spending our life in order to pay for things that in the end won't belong to you, or that can just be taken away. And the more you work, the less time you're gonna have towards yourself, and the less time you're gonna, have to build your own character as a person, and the less time you will have to finally build your own personality, leaving you without a personality nor any character development whatsoever. Hence, why literally everyone nowadays are just basic clones of each other. But the next thing I blame is the internet, because nowadays all we do is scroll down on our phones, spending our spare time doing literally nothing instead of using it properly for our own benefit. And to be honest, the more we are distracted, the more our lives slip away, and that will just leave us hollow inside without any personality or literally anything that differs ourselves from literally everyone in the world, anyone close to you or anyone far away from you, meaning that you are just a basic clone, a basic NPC, thinking that you're not what you really are. For example, most people nowadays think that they're different and special and better than literally anybody else, but in the end of the day, they're not. They are either the same as anybody else or worse. The delusion people have that makes them think that they're better than anybody else is just a coping mechanism and nothing more. And the last thing I want to blame is yourself. I blame you for not having a personality, because in the end of the day, you are in control of yourself. You are in control of you. You have free will. You have the ability to stop all of these distractions. But in the end of the day, you won't, because you're weak. And I know that because I am you as much as you are me. We are the same. I don't have a personality, just like you don't have one either. Thinking that you do is just delusion. I am your clone as much as you are my clone. And yes, we might look differently from each other, but we think the same. We act the same because we are the same. I know that you want to stop having a dead-end job that won't pay you enough to buy pointless things such as houses and cars, because in the end of the day they won't belong to you. I'm tired of playing it safe every time. You know, I want to do literally anything and everything right now. I want to suffer so I can be happy. The more you suffer, the more risk you take, and the more things you do will simply impact your personality, making you a person and not just an NPC, a clone of other people, or at least a clone of your insecurities. And listen, this is not a motivational video nor anything like that. In fact, I actually do hate motivational videos, because motivational videos are just like a drug, you know. You take it, it feels good for a little bit, but then it fades. So yeah, that's why I hate it. But look, here's the thing. The purpose of this video is because I want you to see the big picture, instead of just looking at a pixel or looking at a piece of the image and not the whole image itself. Being a person without a personality is easier than actually having one, because it's hard to have one, because you constantly have to do things that you don't like, and that's hard nowadays for regular people like you and me. I know that the choice is easy and the journey is hard, but like there's no other way. You have to do it. The alternative is being depressed and regretting not doing it. So why would you choose to live life if you're not gonna be a better version of yourself? It doesn't make sense. You're setting yourself up for failure, which is sad. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it, you already know what to do. So take care, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.